Guys, I'm curious how you got to where you are. How did you get to be so successful? How did you get to be at the current spot that you are in your current life, in any aspect of your life, specific aspect of your life, whether spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, personally, whatever place that you're at in your life? How did you get there? How did you get to be quote unquote successful? Now, I asked this question because I just got off the call with one of my coaching clients, and hopefully they listen to this. But I was able to talk to them, and basically what happens is people go through this process, through this cycle, so to speak. And what I say it's okay to be basic. That's the quote that I have up on my screen right now. It is okay for you to be basic. And it's like, wait, what does basic mean? Now, this happens to me quite often, so it's easy for me to acknowledge it in my clients and see it in my clients, and be able to coach on it and help them out. So what happens for me personally, and this has recently happened to me, like in the last couple months, last year, um, going back to the basics. See, when I was in Louisiana, I was living in Louisiana, my wife and I were just dead broke. I was knocking on doors, doing door-to-door sales during the day. No, during the evening. During the morning and afternoon, I'd go and drive Uber for all of the college students going to LSU, and I make about $100 there. And then I'd go and knock on doors. And I was in Louisiana. It's really hard to knock on doors. It's really tough. Those people are. It's tough, you know. This white boy walking up to your door and in straight black. Anyway, I shouldn't limit myself like that, but when I was there, we were struggling, and it was tough. But what I was doing was I was looking at my vision board every single day. I was writing down my goals every day. I was focusing on my future and focusing on visualizing this future, this amazing future. And I would even visualize myself as like a bubble boy or like having a gigantic force field around me. And I would imagine this force field going from just encompassing me, and then encompassing our little tiny 300 it was probably like 150 square foot room in this extended stay hotel, and then encompassing the whole entire hotel, and then encompassing all of Louisiana, and then encompassing all of the United States, and then encompassing the whole entire world. And I'm putting out this force field. I'm putting out this aura. I'm putting out this energy out into the world, and saying, hey, I want to create value for the world. I want to create this value for the world. And I was doing this literally every single day. And I would put on this awesome music, and it was like by audio machine or something like that. It was like this instrumental music. It was epic, and this piano and these violinists would be playing, and it was just so cool and so awesome, amazing. And what was really neat is things started working out. You know, I lost my job, or I quit my job and I got a new job, but hey, I started making more money. It's like, oh, this is interesting. I kept doing those basics. Oh, looking at my vision board, writing down my goals, saying my affirmations. And then, for some reason, I quit my job because my boss got laid off at this other job. But whoa, a month later, I got this other job, and I started making six figures at this job. I was like, whoa, I doubled my income again. It's crazy. How did I do this? And what happens for me, and what happens for my clients, and what happens for people in general is we start getting complacent. We start getting like, oh man, I'm in a pretty good spot. You know, start looking at other people and like, well, I make more than everyone in this room combined. You know, and very prideful stuff, right? Very unhumble, not humble stuff. And yeah, you know, and then I find myself not looking at my vision board. What happened to my vision board? Because we moved. Oh, didn't set up a vision board. If I did, it's like, oh, one little picture on there. And like, do I even look at it? Not as much as I should. Am I writing down my goals every single day? Am I reading my affirmations every day? Like those three things, if you could do those things every single day, write down your goals in the goal creation journal. If you can write down a vision board or look at your vision board and say your affirmations, those three things every single day, like you will be successful. It's just a matter of time. Because the amount of awareness that you get, The amount of awareness that you have is crazy. So I always have to remind myself, I always have to remind my clients, you got to go back to the basics. And it's okay to be basic. It's going to be weird because you're just like, I did this yesterday. Nothing's changed. But you have to remember what is invisible creates the visible. What is invisible creates the visible. See, these tiny, insignificant, if you just focus on by itself, these tiny little things, these invisible things that you do, they don't matter. They don't care. But if you add them all up, all together, over time, compounding, boom, compound effect, you are now amazing. But it also works in the opposite direction as well. Like if you're not doing it slowly, you lose 0.5% of yourself. You lose 0.5% of yourself again, 1%. Right? You do that every single day for a whole entire year, 0.5% every single day. Like I think they added up once it was like 40%, 20% or something. Anyway, guys, biggest thing I want you guys to do and focus on for today is go back to your basics. When maybe you're struggling right now, maybe you're not exactly where you're at. When you were succeeding, when you were having a good time, when you were having like optimal success, what were you doing? What were you doing to get there? And then it's quite simple. Just do it. Just start doing those things. Is it exercising every day? Is it reading your scriptures every day if you're spiritual? Is it saying those affirmations? Is it looking at the goal creation journal, your vision board? What is it? Start doing that. It's that simple. You'll make it. You'll figure it out. Okay, guys. So that's it for today. Great. Love, live, liberate, and most importantly, create your freedom.